Shabir Kulbuddin from the Ivy Tech South Elkhart campus. Welcome to the 5th episode of the Job Search video series. This is part 1 of the 5th episode. It is difficult to explain the feeling we get when we are sitting in a room facing a group of people who are going to judge us on a lot of different things. What do you feel? Nervous or confident? Anxious or relaxed? Well, it could be either of the two or a mixed feeling because this is the most crucial stage of the job search process. That is, interviewing. The only time we are happy to receive a call from an unknown number or receive a message from an unfamiliar email ID is when it's for a job interview. And every company has a different way of approaching you for an interview opportunity. Some companies will call you and ask you a couple of basic questions. Some companies will call you and might do an impromptu phone interview. And some companies will email you before setting up a phone or in-person interview. Now, sometimes when we pick up the call, we have already lost track of the company and the job. It's because we are applying to numerous jobs and it's sometimes difficult to keep track of everything in between academics and the current job. Regardless, it creates a bad first impression with the HR or the recruiter if you don't remember the details of the company or the job. If you're receiving an email, you have plenty of time to recollect information on the company and the job before responding. However, if you get a call from an unknown number during your job search process, let it go to voicemail, so you can first recall information about the company and the job before you talk to them. So, what kind of questions can we expect during the random or scheduled phone call? Well, we'll talk about the questions and answers in part 2 of the 5th episode. There are 4 stages in the interviewing process: research, preparation, interview, and follow-up. For doing research on the company, you can visit the company's website and Glassdoor. For doing research on the job, you can utilize the job description. On the website, you can learn the following about the company: about us, mission, vision, core values, products and services, work culture, and community involvement. On Glassdoor, you can learn the following about the company: company reviews from employees, company photos and videos, social media presence, interview experiences of applicants, company awards, company locations, and estimated salaries and benefits. From the job description, you can learn the following about the job. First, job summary. That includes objectives, work environment, team information, and supervisor information. Second, job responsibilities. That includes essential functions, responsibilities, tasks, and goals. Third, basic qualifications. That includes required education, experiences, and proficiencies. Fourth, preferred qualifications. That includes preferred education, experiences, and proficiencies. And fifth, work requirements. That includes knowledge, skills, abilities, travel information, and any special conditions. Once you have done your research, it's time to prepare for the interview. The first thing you should do is summarize the notes from your research. To make a good case for a person-organization fit in the interview, try to align your expectations for professional goals, career growth, career development, job challenges, teamwork, community, and culture with the summarized notes from the website and Glassdoor. To make a good case for a person job fit in the interview, try to align your education, experiences, and skills with the summarized notes from the job description. You should also remember your strengths and weaknesses as well as establish your short and long-term goals. For answering questions, practice the STAR method. The STAR method stands for situation, task, action, and result. It is used for describing a situation relevant to the question, explaining the task you performed, demonstrating the action you took to accomplish the task, and illustrating the result that transpired from your action. The STAR method is important because it helps you in painting the complete picture in an organized manner. This way, the interviewer gets a better understanding of whether you can handle a particular responsibility or not. Lastly, you should study all categories of behavioral questions and memorize an experience for each situation that you will convey using the STAR method. We'll talk about the behavioral questions and how to answer them in part 2 of the 5th episode. At the day of the interview, follow these best practices. First, sleep well the night before. so you're well rested and energized on the day of the interview. Second, reach the interview place at least 15 minutes early to overcome any unexpected traffic and to find a parking spot. Third, if you're doing a virtual interview, be familiar with the software and dial in using both your computer and phone to avoid disconnection because of the internet. Fourth, carry at least 7 copies of your resume, cover letter, business card, letter of recommendations, references, contact information, and transcripts to the interview. Fifth, smile and greet everyone you interact with when you enter the place of interview. And sixth, in the interview room, introduce yourself to everyone and do a firm handshake with everyone if this pandemic is over and it is safe to do so. While you're doing the interview, keep in mind the following things. First, be confident as you have done your research and are fully prepared to take any questions. Second, get comfortable by making small talk with the interviewers before the interview starts. Third, show the interviewers your uniqueness and why you stand out from the crowd. Fourth, use the storytelling approach and the STAR method to answer questions. Fifth, keep your answers to the point and ask if you have answered the question or not when in doubt. Sixth, use expressions and gestures to keep the interviewers engaged. Seventh, stay calm if you are unable to remember an answer and request a moment to remember it. 8. Be honest if you don't know the answer to a question and request to respond to the question later. 9th, ask at least 3 questions at the end of the interview. We will cover the questions in part 2 of the 5th episode. And 10th, listen actively to what the interviewers are saying and ask questions when in doubt. Once the interview is over, ask about the next steps and thank everyone for their time and for the opportunity. Exchange business cards with everyone or write down their contact information if they don't have a business card. When you reach back to your place of stay, send a thank you email to all the interviewers within 24 hours of the interview. You can connect with the interviewers on LinkedIn if you'd like to expand your network and learn about any future opportunities. We're coming to the end of this video and I'd like to add one more thing. When you're doing the phone interview or an in-person interview or following up after the interview, don't appear desperate. During the interviews, answer to the point and ask genuine questions. Likewise, when you're writing the thank you email or following up, keep it brief and only mention the points that you requested to provide later. Also, be patient about the next steps. Avoid calling the HR and wait for at least 2-3 weeks after the interview before you send an email for a follow-up. Lastly, even if you have a ballpark idea of the salary from Glassdoor, Salary.com or PayScale, try to not have a salary discussion until you have a job offer. Well, that's all for part 1 of our 5th episode. If you need our interviewing template, please visit www.itsectorpartnership.org/job-search-guide to download the template. If you're looking to pursue courses, certifications, or degrees in any area, Ivy Tech Community College is adapting to this pandemic to offer you the best education virtually and hopefully in person soon. For more information, visit www.ivytech.edu/South Bend Elkhart. Good luck and stay safe. Thank you.